हेयर आज हम एमएससी प्रीवियस केमिस्ट्री में फिजिकल केमिस्ट्री टॉपिक गिब्स एडजॉर्प्शन आइसोथर्म के बारे में इस वीडियो में डिस्कस करेंगे। वी नो दैट द कंसंट्रेशन ऑफ ए सोल्यूट एट द सरफेस ऑफ सॉल्यूशन इज डिफरेंट फ्रॉम दैट इन द बल्क। इफ द सरफेस टेंशन ऑफ द सोल्यूट इज लोअर देन दैट ऑफ द लिक्विड, so it tend to accumulate at the surface of the liquid, so decrease the surface tension या surface free energy per unit area. So a quantitative treatment of the thermodynamic of adsorption of a solute at the surface of a liquid was given by J.W. Gibbs in 1878. For a system containing two components, the Gibbs free energy written as G बराबर N1 mu1 plus N2 mu2, where N1 and N2 are the number of moles and mu1 and mu2 are the chemical potential. If a adsorption of one of the component on the surface take place, which results in changing the surface free energy, so equation first is modified to G बराबर N1 mu1 plus N2 mu2 plus gamma sigma, where gamma is the surface energy which is numerically the same as the surface tension and sigma is the surface area. Now differentiation of equation 2 and we get dg बराबर n1 d mu1 plus mu1 dn1 plus n2 d mu2 plus mu2 dn2 plus gamma d sigma plus sigma d gamma. So we can see that the free energy G depends upon 5 independent variable: temperature, pressure, N1, N2 and sigma. So G is a function of temperature, pressure, number of moles of one component, number of moles of second component and surface area. Now dg is written as delta G upon delta T constant pressure N1 N2 sigma into dt plus delta G upon delta P constant temperature N1 N2 sigma into dp plus delta G upon delta N1 temperature pressure N2 sigma dN1 plus delta G upon delta N2 T temperature pressure N1 sigma constant Tn2 plus delta G upon del sigma temperature pressure N1 N2 constant into d sigma. Now according to thermodynamics, delta G upon delta T constant pressure N1 N2 and sigma बराबर minus s delta G upon delta P constant temperature N1 N2 sigma बराबर वॉल्यूम डेल्टा जी अपॉन डेल्टा N1 टेम्परेचर प्रेशर N1 सिग्मा कांस्टेंट बराबर mu1 एंड डेल्टा जी अपॉन डेल्टा N2 टेम्परेचर प्रेशर N2 सिग्मा कांस्टेंट बराबर mu2 एंड डेल्टा जी अपॉन डेल सिग्मा टेम्परेचर प्रेशर N1 N2 कांस्टेंट बराबर गामा. So we put the value in equation and we get dg बराबर minus s dt plus v dp plus mu1 dn1 plus mu2 dn2 plus gamma d sigma. At constant pressure and temperature dt बराबर 0 and dp बराबर 0, then equation 6 becomes dg temperature constant temperature and pressure बराबर mu1 dn1 plus mu2 dn2 plus gamma d sigma. Now substitute equation 3 and 7 and we get 0 बराबर n1 d mu1 plus mu1 dn1 plus n2 d mu2 plus mu2 dn2 plus gamma d sigma plus sigma d gamma minus mu1 dn1 minus mu2 dn2 minus gamma d sigma. So we get n1 d mu1 plus n2 d mu2 plus gamma plus sigma d gamma is equal to 0. So the corresponding expression for the bulk of the liquid is n1 naught d mu1 plus n2 naught d mu2 बराबर 0, where n1 naught and n2 naught are the number of moles of the liquid and the solute respectively in the bulk phase. Since the system is in equilibrium, the chemical potential of each component in the bulk and the surface phase must be the same. So the change in the chemical potential must be identical in both the phase as bulk and surface phase. So elimination of d mu1 from these equation, then from equation 9 d mu1 बराबर minus n2 naught upon n1 naught into d mu2. Then put the value of d mu1 in equation 8 and we get so n1 minus n2 naught upon n1 naught d mu2 plus n2 d mu2 plus sigma d gamma बराबर 0. So simplify this equation n2 minus n1 n2 naught upon n1 naught d mu2 plus sigma d gamma बराबर 0. Then n2 minus n1 n2 naught upon n1 naught d mu 2 बराबर minus sigma d gamma. Then minus d gamma upon d mu 2 बराबर n2 minus n1 n2 naught upon n1 naught upon sigma. Equation 11 gives the amount n2 naught of bulk to associate with the amount of n1 naught. Equation 11 gives the amount n2 naught of solute to associate with the amount n1 naught of liquid in the bulk phase. On the other hand, n2 is the amount of the solute associate with the amount n1 of the liquid first at the surface. The right hand side of equation 11 gives the surface axis, the axis concentration of the solute per unit area of the surface, because the numerator on the right hand side gives the excess amount of the solute present in the surface of the liquid. So this represent as n is equal to बराबर n2 minus n1 n2 naught upon n1 naught upon sigma. Then equation 11 becomes as the excess concentration of the solute per unit area of the surface is equal to minus d gamma upon d mu 2. We know that the chemical potential of solute 2 is given by mu 2 बराबर mu 2 naught liquid plus RT ln A2. Here mu 2 is the chemical potential of solute and mu 2 naught is the chemical potential of the pure solute in the liquid phase. So then d mu 2 बराबर 0 plus RT d ln A2, because d mu 2 naught liquid बराबर 0, because यह chemical potential है pure solute का. So substituting the value of d mu 2 from equation 50 to equation 13 and we get surface axis या the axis concentration of the solute per unit area of the surface equal to minus 1 upon RT del gamma upon del ln A2 at constant temperature बराबर minus A2 upon RT del gamma upon del A2 constant. Here A2 is the activity of the pure of the solute in the liquid phase. When the solution is very dilute, then it behave ideally so that activity of the solute can be replaced by its concentration C2. Then the excess concentration of the solute per unit area of the surface is equal to minus 1 upon RT del gamma upon del ln C2 at constant temperature बराबर minus C2 upon RT del gamma upon del C2 at constant temperature. So this equation 17 is called the Gibbs adsorption isotherm. So for a solute that lowers the surface tension, the surface excess concentration is positive, and for a solute that rise the surface tension, then surface excess concentration is negative. So soaps have a higher concentration in the neighborhood of the surface than in the bulky aqueous phase, whereas ordinary salts have lower concentration in the neighborhood of the surface than in the bulk aqueous phase. The surface tension of water is quite high at room temperature, and most of the solutes tend to reduce this value. Therefore, most of the solutes are positively adsorbed from aqueous solution by adsorbents such as charcoal and silica gel. But the surface tension of ethanol is considerably lower than water, hence most of the solutes decrease the surface tension of ethanol to a much smaller magnitude than do in the case of water. So it leads to the conclusion that a given solute will be more rapidly adsorbed from aqueous solution than from alcoholic solution. This is explained by Gibbs adsorption isotherm.